Again, nobody has power, and hopefully everyone is taking shelter like they should.
Speaking of power, let's talk about the outage numbers, guys.
Right, Rusty and Brad, we just got a new update, 400 power outages. That's just in western Douglas County, Brad, as you were mentioning. I think that's just happening in the last few minutes, so that's why we aren't getting those reports. Are just now coming in. John?
Well, you can see the map. You can check it for yourself if you do have power. You can see which areas of town have been hit so far. And
I also have sorry, John. I also have a friend that just mentioned that they're having pea-sized hail in Elkhorn in their neighborhood. Rusty, that's along Center around 185th Street and Center, pea-sized hail. And then I just had a friend text me, Sherry in Fort Calhoun, says driving rain. I really can't see it. It just looks like night in that area, in the Fort Calhoun neighborhood, or entire area, I should mention.
All right, got a little tree damage showing up in Valley here on Twitter. Don, near Elkhorn seeking shelter right now. Don, what do you have for us?
Yeah, Rusty, we just took shelter around a church out here. You can see the Elkhorn water tower behind here. Right when we got into Elkhorn, we were showing you earlier coming down Dodge, those dark, cloudy, lightning skies. Well, that wind, like you were saying, that straight line wind hit us pretty hard. As we were driving along, our car was vibrating as we're coming down the road seeking shelter. The trees out here are blowing every way. It's actually hard as we were just trying to get from our vehicle to this church, of course. You can hear all this thunder out here as well. As we were just trying to get about 30 feet towards the church out here to seek shelter, it was hard to walk. It was hard to run out here. There is rain now. That's the newest thing, is precipitation that's out here. It started out with just winds and dust being blown throughout all these roads, especially these golf courses and these large fields out here in Elkhorn. You can clearly see through that. If we actually look straight ahead, closer towards Omaha, for the longest time, there's just kind of been a bright spot of hope back there, but that storm is definitely on top of us. I want to show you some of these poles out here, the light poles. Pretty loud out here. We've seen a lot of them shaking. We've seen stoplight poles shaking pretty dangerously, pretty rapidly. So the wind is definitely a problem, but we are going to hunker down here and see what we can see from our safe shelter.
Yeah, definitely get back in. You're near some tall structures there. That lightning's a little close. Find some shelter here for a little bit as well. Thanks to our reporters out there getting reports of all the wind and all the rain that we have. Quite a few hail reports coming in on Twitter. Thank you very much for that. Wind events, people are saying they're seeing some very strong gusts. That's the reason we had the tornado. That's the reason we had the strong winds and we had the tornado sirens earlier. The strong straight line winds are the ones that have been moving through as of right now, and we're starting to see, I think we're starting to hear those hit our studios here in 35th and Farnham as well. Guys, if we can go up to our tower cam right now, or something around First National would be nice off towards the west.
The tower cam looks great from First National.
Yeah, look,
the other one.
The other one, there we go. Yep, we're going to start to see that wind. You can see the rain on the bottom of it. We flip to there we go. There's the gust front right there. We're starting to see the winds rushing out from that off towards and we're probably going to lose power. I think the wind just hit it.
Ooh,
that might be the end of the webcam right there. So, all right, well, live TV, folks, that's how it works. There you can see the strong straight line winds. Can we possibly switch back to that other one now, guys? All right, let's take a look at the radar as we see it. You can see here, there's the strong straight line winds. It's the purple shaded areas up to the northwest, some stronger ones here west of the Irvington area. We're not done with this yet. It's not going to be one round of strong straight line winds. There's 60 to 80 mile per hour gusts embedded in these thunderstorms as well. Again, I want to state, we're watching the mode of the radar that shows us which way the winds are moving. The radar's back here to the west. You can see the beam spinning, and we have the strong straight line winds rushing away from it. That's the red color. And 60 to 80 mile per hour estimated wind speeds in these storms. Did have an 85 mile per hour gust in Valley, and now we're waiting on it to move across the metro and likely hit the weather station here at Epley Airfield as well, and give us another accurate reading as well. Mike McKnight, I understand, with some more pictures for us. So you still around the Bennington area, Mike?
I'm just a little bit to the east of Bennington right now, Rusty. I'm overlooking the law enforcement training area.
Rainwood Road, and as you can see, there is not a lot of rain coming down, but the wind is picking up in this area. A lot of trees moving. You see the lightning blast there? That seems to be a major concern right now, Rusty. Boy, these lightning bolts are getting down to ground level, and they look pretty dangerous right now. So you can kind of see some clear skies on the coast are dissipating. So, but I would would say lightning right now is probably a major concern, wouldn't you?
Okay, yeah, lightning's going to be a concern. You're still going to have some wind gusts for a while yet, Mike. Let's flip back to our tower cam right now, because you can see that shaking in the wind, and you can see the wind, the rain that's just blowing right across it as of right now. This is the leading edge of those really strong straight line winds. They're going to be a little stronger higher up on the First National Tower. But at the moment, oh, that might have been a transformer going right there. I was standing right in front of it. When power flash right there. I think we just lost a transformer somewhere.
Several of them just popped behind you, Rusty.
Down.
Flip back over to the radar, and I can click on the gusts that are going through right now. They're about 60 to 70 miles per hour through Midtown and downtown Omaha. Council Bluffs, Lake Manawa, this is coming your way.
All right, so Council Bluffs, Lake Manawa. Let's go back to the radar here really quick. As these winds are rolling through, I want to warn the Council Bluffs and Crescent, Iowa area as well. This is easily 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts rolling right across downtown, Midtown, Omaha, and now into Council Bluffs. So you're next, Council Bluffs, Lake Manawa. Over here, there's the Council Bluffs Municipal Airport, and the leading edge of these strong straight line winds are moving off towards the east. Yeah. Bellevue now, with the strong straight line winds. Likely to get a good wind report near Offutt Air Force Base from the gauge there. Back here, you can see these peach shaded areas are easily 60 to 70 mile per hour sustained winds in this thunderstorm. Brad, I think we need to maybe take just a little broader view here. Let's get a check of just what's happening. Let's flip back to the radar. It's not going to look impressive on radar, folks. This just looks like an average everyday thunderstorm. It's the wind that's blowing out from it, and you can see how it arcs right across the metro right now, all the way from up near Fort Calhoun, right through downtown to Midtown, back towards Louisville and Weeping Water. Let's go a little broader yet, Brad, and get a really good indication of just what we have, these little Boeing structures here. So up near Blair and Missouri Valley, strong straight line winds. Couple more storms getting going back here west of Fremont as well, but it's a strong one rolling right through the middle of the Omaha Metro that we will continue to work its way in. So I'm just going to take this in just a little bit closer. Go ahead, John and Mallory.
We're getting a lot of reports of hail. Cassandra writes quarter-size hail now in Gretna. Claudia and Julie, they say that they have pea-sized to quarter-inch hail in La Vista. So those were 3 minutes ago that those are coming in. Let's take a look at hail. This comes to us from the Fremont area. And as you can imagine, the hail combined with those straight line winds that we have been following is widespread. Gretna, Fremont, Papillion, La Vista, all reporting hail in those areas.
Yeah, I've got Wayne Phillips reporting hail in Fremont, and it looks like bigger than marble-sized hail, so it's more substantial than even what you're looking at on your screen right now.
We have these strong winds now moving on the eastern part of the metro as we speak. I understand Josh is back around Bennington. I want to focus here until these get right through the Council Bluffs area as well. This is the Lake Manawa area right underneath these strong winds. You can see the radar estimates is peach shaded area, 60 to 80 mile per hour winds. They just rolled right over the top of the studios right now. We saw transformers flashing on all the city cam shots. They are moving to the east now and racing right across Council Bluffs. Likely to hit the east side of Council Bluffs here within the next 3 to 5 minutes. So it's not going to take long at all. The leading edge of these winds are really holding strong as they move right across the metro. And this, again, was our big concern.
Yeah, there's that gust that just went through downtown, Rusty, now going right over Council Bluffs. I'll put a marker on that one for you. Yeah, 60 to 80 mile per hour winds easily going through Council Bluffs right now.
Radar estimates up there. We had verification on the west side of town. And these have been holding true right across the metro and now moving into Council Bluffs. So Lake Manawa, anybody out on the lake, hopefully that you got offshore or onto shore very, very quickly. They're moving right through downtown and now crossing the river and working their way into eastern parts of Council Bluffs, racing at a very quick speed.
And Rusty, I'm also getting reports of the JFK 70 Highway 75 in Bellevue by Cape Heart. Tree branches covering the road down there.
Okay. There you go, guys in the back. You can hear that. Might be a good place to send a reporter and see if that's backing up traffic. Again, these winds raced right across Highway 75, and now they're working their way down through Bellevue, and you can see the leading edge of this gust front as we watch it march right across, now through Council Bluffs, and now getting ready to cross into Iowa as well. Council Bluffs Municipal Airport about to get in on the leading edge of these as well. Again, it takes about 4 or 5 minutes for these to book it right across Council Bluffs the way it appears. Let's go to Josh right now in Bennington. He has a report of what moved through his area. Josh?
Yeah, Rusty, we are on the corner, hiding out here at the Cubbies on the corner of Highway 36 and 156th Street. You can see the Bennington Water Tower right there. We've experienced a lot of wind and a lot of rain. We have not seen any hail yet. I'll try to pan over here and show you some of the tree branches. We had to pull over. You could tell the Jeep we were in definitely started feeling the wind. The rain was incredible. You could see a lot of the dust coming off the fields and a lot of people pulling over on the side of the road. And the lightning has just been incredible. I don't know if you've seen any of this through our GoPro right now. There was another flash of lightning, so definitely seeing a lot here, but we haven't seen any hail yet, just a lot of heavy rain and a lot of wind.
All right. Thank you very much, Josh. Appreciate that. Let's continue to look. Let's go back to the radar here. I want to get a broader view. We put the wind arrows to show you just how strong these winds are, racing right through the metro. Again, almost completely through the metro, but still some strong wind gusts right now. Ralston, La Vista, Papillion with those 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts at the moment. And you can see very strong straight line winds now rolling right into the Council Bluffs area. I'm going to roll this out here.
We have nickel-sized hail outside.
All right, nickel-sized hail right outside our door.
Maybe quarter-sized.
Downtown Omaha at the moment. We just literally went right out the back door, and Brad's there getting a close look at what we have happening at the moment. So it's these strong straight line winds that we're going to continue to watch here. These ones are the strongest ones we have. Radar estimates up to 70, 80 miles per hour. Again, this is the mode of the radar that shows us which way the winds are moving. And they are moving off towards the east. You can see these strong thunderstorms. Now a new severe thunderstorm warning for Pottawatomie County as this structure is starting to bow out. And now it looks like it's going to be a factor for Cass County with the strong straight line winds moving through as well. You can see it right here through Cass County. This will be fanning out with the strong straight line winds. And now moving into central parts of Pottawatomie County and Glenwood and Plattsmouth. Saw a couple people on Facebook telling me, well, when's it going to get to Plattsmouth? Well, it's just about there. Let's flip over to one of our camera shots right now and see what we can see.
Hey, Rusty, Fort Calhoun also reported 70 mile per hour winds in Fort Calhoun.
So a lot of these are verifying right now. You can see the wind driving the rain right across our camera right now. I believe this is the top of our tower, guys, right? Yep, this is Farnham Street right there. There's a Midtown Crossing. This is looking back towards the east. And, well, the strongest of the winds have just passed the metro, or the downtown part of the metro, and now working their way east into Council Bluffs. So that's the area that we continue to watch right now as it races off towards the east. Let's go over to John. What do you have for us, John?
Yeah, Russ, we are getting reports of power lines down, so everybody should be careful if they're out in their neighborhoods. I did check in Council Bluffs. You mentioned it's just arriving over there on Madison Avenue near the interstate. They said the visibility on the interstate is very poor right now, and the rain is starting to fall. Very heavy wind. In fact, described as horrific wind in the Council Bluffs area, and also described as really green. So wondering if that could be a sign of hail coming their way on Madison Avenue in Council Bluffs.
And John, we have new numbers in. Almost 6,000 people are now without power outages in Douglas County. I also just heard from a friend of mine who lives near Boys Town saying lots of lightning and pea-sized hail, and she's having some issues with her roof. Water's actually kind of coming into the home. So with the heavy rains, so straight line winds, some issues out there. But again, at this point, 6,000 people without power. Please use caution as we're mentioning these down power lines. We heard power lines being down in the Valley area earlier, and when Rusty was live with that city cam behind him, you saw all of those transformers popping behind him and a few blown transformers. We know that there was one allegedly on fire in the Valley area. So as these storms move from the Valley area now into Council Bluffs as we're watching and all across the metro, those are some of the issues that we're dealing with at this hour. Rusty?
All right, thank you, John O'Malley. That power outage map's really starting to light up there with all the different colors of blue. Likely to be many more outage reports here now as it's moving into Council Bluffs and through the Council Bluffs area. Underwood, McClellan now with these severe thunderstorm warnings. Brad, let's go around the radar and get a look at some of these brand new warnings that we have, because we have folks now that are maybe a little bit farther outside of the metro that are contending with these strong straight line winds. Up here in Harrison County, you're going to get in on the strong straight line winds too with this severe thunderstorm warning. Brad, can you click on that one, see which how far it extends into the 7 o'clock hour? 7:15 for basically central Harrison County, western parts of Shelby County. What about this one down here in Pottawatomie County? Through 7:30, so Pottawatomie, Mills, and far northwestern Montgomery County too. For these winds, it'll just keep racing across and bowing out. There's nothing really to stop them. So they will continue to move to the east and do so at a pretty quick pace. This is the mode of the radar again that shows us which direction the winds are moving. And you can see strong straight line winds right through the heart of Council Bluffs. Crescent, these peach shadings here are again 60 to 80 mile per hour winds McClellan, Underwood, you're next for this in western parts of Pottawatomie County right now. And these are going to be moving east. There's Trainer on the map. You too, get in on these strong straight line winds. This is no joke. We've had 60 to 80 mile per hour reports, 85 mile per hour report at Valley.
Epley Airfield just reported 63 mile per hour winds.
All right, 63 mile per hour wind at Epley Airfield, the latest one there. Thank you very much for that, Brad. But 60 to 80 have been reported across the metro with these, and they continue to move through the Council Bluffs area right now. Any older trees and likely to come down with some of these strong winds. Power outages too, like we showed you earlier. Transformers popping and likely to have quite a few power outages here. Mike McKnight, where exactly are you and what are you seeing now?
On Highway 36, just to the north and west of Cunningham Lake. As you can see, the highway here is very wet. Not really a lot of rain right now, and judging by those tree limbs, it's not really a lot of wind, so it seems to be going off to the east. However, as you can tell, maybe we'll get another flash here. That lightning is really kind of scary at this point, especially if you're up on a hill like I am. But anyway, right now, lightning seems to be the preeminent danger as far as out in this area. Again, I'm just a little bit to the northwest of Cunningham Lake.
Thank you very much for that, McKnight. We appreciate the report. We continue to watch the wind be the main thread. Have had reports of half-inch diameter hail, some strong straight line winds, half-inch diameter hail, some 1-inch diameter hail across parts of the metro, but nothing that's been incredibly large. It's more of a wind issue with this. I understand we have a picture of some traffic right now. 60th and Grover, okay, flipped the vehicle right there. I know many people unable to see